This is Peter Call from Neutronics, and we're back again with a quick technical tip on the use of the Neutronics ACSD Sealant Detector. Oftentimes we get calls, including one just the other day from our friend Jeff in North Carolina, asking if I've used the cartridge and I didn't find any sealant, can I reuse the cartridge again? Well, that's a great question, one that we get quite often, and we'd love to give you the answer. Here's the deal. The cartridge, this guy right here, has about 1,500 micro holes in it. When I connect it to a vehicle, even if the vehicle doesn't have sealant, I get a little bit of oil and a little bit of dye in the cartridge. When I let that cartridge rest for a few hours, a little bit of that dye and a little bit of that oil tends to dry up inside the cartridge. So if on a fresh cartridge on a car with no sealant, I get a nice flow reading of, say, 4, on a vehicle that is using a used cartridge that should have a flow reading of 4, I may only get a flow reading of, say, 3. That's fine, there's no problem. However, if the flow reading gets below 2 when you're reusing a cartridge, you need to throw it away and use a fresh one. You may get 1 vehicle, you may get 2, 3, or 4 vehicles, depending on how long that cartridge sits and how much oil and dye might have dried inside. Now, if you're thinking about trying to clean them out, trust me, we've tried. You can try too, but short of soaking this in some type of nice harsh chemical for about a month, we're not sure you're actually going to be able to dissolve what's in there. So if you're using a used cartridge and you get a flow reading of less than 2, then you should replace it with a fresh cartridge. Also, if you're using a used cartridge and you get an indication that there's sealant in that system, we highly recommend you retest the system with a fresh cartridge just to make sure any of that dried material hadn't dislodged itself and caused a significant restriction in the middle of the test. So this is Peter Call from Neutronics. If you have questions, you can always reach me at peter.call, that's C-O-L-L, at neutronicsinc.com. Thanks, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.